So, let me urge you two things. One is to see for yourself and not accept somebody else's view. See, you've got to make your decision. Just because you know a smart person who thinks something doesn't mean you have to think it too. Use your head, figure it out. And when it comes to the Gospels, what I suggest is that you do a horizontal reading. So people read the Gospels in a variety of ways. Most people, of course, don't read the Gospels, but those who do read the Gospels, several ways. Some of my students, I teach in Chapel Hill. It's in the Bible Belt, and what a lot of my students do when they read the Gospels is what I call the Ouija board approach, which is it's like a fortune-telling thing where you kind of open it up and you stick your finger down on a verse, and that's like your verse for the day, and so that you read it like that. Okay, that's fine. You can read the Bible that way if you want to, but you're not really going to understand the Bible if you read it that way. So another way, the way most people read it, the Bible, is they'll read it like a little bit at a time. Like they'll read a passage here or a passage there, and I think probably most people kind of do it like that. But if you really want to know what the Gospel of Mark is saying, it's not that helpful to read a passage from Mark and a passage from Paul and a passage from John, because you are reading things that are on the Bible, but if you want to know what Mark has to say about something, it's better to read Mark and see what Mark has to say, because it might be different in some way. I'm not saying contradictory, but it might be a different emphasis than some other book. And so if you want to see what Mark is emphasizing, you read Mark. So when people want to do that, they typically do a vertical reading, which is the way we read books. You start at the top of the page, and you go to the bottom of the page. Then you go to the next page. You go from the top to the bottom. It's vertical, top to bottom. You go from the beginning of the book to the end of the book. And that's how you read books. Yes. Okay. So should definitely read the Bible that way. Should definitely read the Gospels that way. It's the way to read. That's how we read. But there's another way to read that most of us don't read, which is what I call a horizontal reading, and this has its own value. It's not the only way. It's not the best way to read the Bible. It's one way to read the Bible, and if you want to see contradictions, this is the way to read the Bible. You read a passage in one of the Gospels and put it next to a passage in another Gospel and next to a passage in the other Gospel, and read across the accounts horizontally. Read this one, then this one, then this one, and compare them. And see if they line up. You don't need an expert to guide you in this. Just do it. Read them horizontally and decide, is this consistent or not? Simple. Hardly anybody does it. So that's what I urge you to do. Nothing to be afraid of, just do it.